Job vacancies have hit a record high as the economic recovery continues, according to official figures. The number of vacancies in the 3 months to August rose above 1 million for the first time since records began in 2001, amid labour shortages in some key UK industries. Official figures also show the number of UK workers on payrolls rose by 241,000 in August, taking it to 29.1 million people in work. Here's our economics editor, Faisal Islam.
It's harvest time, and that means all hands on deck in Britain's farms, and particularly so this year. The good news is that the reopening of the economy has brought demand back, all the jobs back, and the need to hire, to harvest the wheat and the barley from the ground.
So this should have left the farm in July and be in a pint glass.
Arable farmer Dan Wallace sold this 300-tonne consignment to a brewer weeks ago, but due to shortages, there's no transport for it. The situation not a great deal better for wheat.
Whether it be soft fruit or wheat for bread, there is a finite window. If it's not harvested in that time, it will spoil, it won't make the grade. But finding enough people to drive kit, tractors, harvesting, whatever it might be, it's very, very hard.
All this is a consequence of a jobs market doing much better than anyone forecast or dared to hope during lockdown. The tax authorities counted 1 million fewer people registered on payrolls less than a year ago during the pandemic, but that has now fully recovered.
I would say there is a lot of reason for optimism about jobs, whether it's entry-level jobs or more experienced jobs. There's absolutely work available for people right now.
In Thatcham's high street windows, like most towns and cities up and down the country, signs of the time, requests for workers. Just outside town, a delivery firm offering big incentives for those with the right skills. There are two huge and unprecedented factors in the jobs market right now. On the one hand, the record vacancies and shortages, not just in lorry cabs. On the other hand, tens, hundreds of thousands of workers returning from the furlough scheme, hopefully straight back into the workforce. Could these two problems solve each other? The industry's sceptical that that could happen quickly enough. Here at Gist, they say, well, they can pay up. Across the industry, the pandemic, post-Brexit visa rules and self-employed tax changes mean there just aren't enough workers. Can't you just train up some of the hundreds of thousands of people, for example, coming off furlough by the end of the month?
Well, I mean, the government have announced last week an additional 50,000 test slots were going to be made available in the next year, which is helpful in itself, but certainly isn't going to fix the problem. And if the government, as they appear not to want to, are not prepared to offer EU nationals with temporary worker visas to come and drive these commercial vehicles, then they're going to have to take further action. Something else is going to need to be done.
As the economy and demand for workers returns to normal far more quickly than expected, shortages and the end of the furlough scheme remain challenges. Faisal Islam, BBC News.